What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about Zebec today, ZBCN. It is the 15th of January, and here we are sitting at about $0.0028 with 5 hours left in the day. Hit that like button, subscribe. Thank you all for being here, and let's get into it. Again, to me, it seems very clear that we will be breaking out to the upside from this area rather than to the downside, because the last few times that we've been here to find resistance, we've sold off immediately, sold off immediately, sold off immediately. We're here, yes, we sold off, but we're consolidating. We're doing things a little bit differently. It's not just really one point of resistance like it was any of these times. It's an area of resistance, and that different behavior leads me to believe that we will see a different result as well and likely move up higher. This could very well just be a bull flag, right? Some form of a bull flag. And if it is a bull flag, from a low to a high of the flagpole itself, the measure move would take us up to about 0.0037 or higher. Again, this is just a measure move. It's just an idea. You can fall short of that measure move. You can exceed that measure move. Maybe we stop right there. And it wouldn't be totally crazy to stop right there either. You know, if we were to move higher, right here, if this were to be a bull flag, that measure move would take us right to these points of resistance and support there, right at 0.0037. So that's more than acceptable. I mean, it's a pretty significant level right here. We take the high to the low of this overall range that we've been condemned to since May of 2025. That takes us right above the 382 as well. I mean, it's a perfect area to go to. I wouldn't be surprised in the least if that's what we saw. We saw some kind of rush up to this area. We consolidate a little bit more, and then we get our freak on to prices that are above 0.04 and beyond, maybe even 0.05 soon enough. I don't know if we'll be above 0.05 by the end of the month. I was kind of thinking that we would be, but I do still assume we'll be above 0.04 by the end of the month. Certainly, at least we should be making a move up to the 0.037, 0.038 area pretty soon, consolidate from there, and then likely we continue to rally. February is going to be the month. I think it's going to be a very good month, February and March. Looking at this on the short term, the 1 hour time frame here. Let's see. The RSI at the moment, it's pretty neutral. But there's some bullish things going on. I mean, you've got lower lows here, lower highs here, and you broke out of that. You're finding support at the 50. You got overbought here. You're not getting oversold here. That's good. Overall, it's pretty neutral, but yeah, I like it. I think it's fine. I think you look like you want to go higher. Stochastics are weird here, but technically they're bullish, but well, they're weird. The MACD is bearish, but it's a little bit wonky, as is the price action. I don't know if the MACD is reliable here on the 1 hour, but I mean, if we start building some bullish momentum, if we get some life in us here pretty soon, that could send us above the zero. And whenever we cross the zero, I mean, both of those last times that we crossed above the zero here resulted in a move higher. Crossed above the zero here resulted in a move higher as well. So a little bit higher from here at the very least. 4 hour time frame. Bouncing off the oversold zone is nice on the stochastics, but you're not really doing much with it now. We have 1 hour left in this 4 hour time frame. You kind of grinded out this area. I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised at all if we did see slightly lower prices. Let's just see. Hold on. Low to high here. I mean, this is pretty perfect. It's a pretty good symmetrical triangle. You're definitely at a breaking point. You could break out to the downside and then come back up. These patterns are somewhat notorious for fake outs, so it really could happen. But I don't know. I don't know which way to lean here. You're coming to a point at which you break. If you were to break out to the downside, you'd go down to 0.024, 00, yeah, probably somewhere around 0.025, 0.024, somewhere in that area there. I don't think we will break out to the downside. I was about to make a statement saying that I think we do go a little bit lower here, but if we do that, we're going to break out of this. I don't think that that's what's going to happen. So I redact that claim. The 4 hour RSI is very neutral. Very neutral. It's not really giving us any help at all. We're down about 0.6%, 0.67% on this 4 hour candle right here. We have an hour left. I'd like it if in the next hour we could come up and close this green. I don't think it'd be good to reject the 50 here on the stochastics or the RSI. I don't think that it'd be good to reject the 0 and continue that. I just, to me, it looks like the bearish momentum is dying off. There's no bullish divergence there, so we have higher lows here as well, but I would just think that we build from here, not decay. Finding support at the oversold zone, I would think that we build from here. So I'm sticking with the upside. I'm seeing some signs that could suggest that we go down, but again, if that happens, I would either say we're going to do a fake out, or at the worst, maybe we do go down to this area here. But I don't think it's going to happen. I think that we will break out to the upside. Looking at the daily time frame now. Again, under the assumption here that we have an overall Adam and Eve pattern, a triple bottom. Adam and Eve's are double bottoms inherently, but this one we've got 1, 2, 3 bottoms right there, right? It's an Adam and Eve pattern. And the measure move of this pattern overall would be from the low to the high here. Would take us to about 0.06. So this is the measure move of the overall underlying range. Okay, understand we can break out from here. We can go up to 0.037, 0.038, consolidate there. Just because we've broken out does not necessarily mean that we have to run all the way up right then and there. We can move up, we can find resistance, we can move up some more. And then that can be, once we hit our measure move, that can be the point at which we consolidate a little bit further. It's a little bit different, right? But we can see on our path to this measure move, we can see movements like this. It doesn't just mean that we're on a straight line. We look back at this moment from July to, early July, July 6th to July 31st. We look back at this and we say, oh, that was just a straight line up. But if you really look at it, obviously it wasn't. There was volatility. Right? We remember this as fun, but there are moments where it wasn't fun. I'm just saying it's not going to be a straight shot up the whole time. There will be moments of fun and excitement, moments of boring consolidation, and even scary price action to the downside. But likely we will ultimately be moving our way up here. This is the measure move of your overall Adam and Eve bottoming pattern. Okay. On the way, you will find turbulence, and I expect some of those stopping points to be right here, for example, right here, and then ultimately you'll get to your golden carrot. I don't know, your nugget, whatever it is. Maybe here we find resistance too. Various levels that we can find resistance at. And then if we throw that overall high to the low, that's my little 5-month-old girl. You've got the golden ratio here at this line. You've got the 382 here at this line. 786, 886 level at this line. This one's not really too regarded, to be fair, so maybe we could take that one away, but that's my assumption, is that we're going to more or less move up at these levels, which again, the white lines are notable levels with our eyeballs that we identified as prior resistance points and support points, areas of significance. They all line up pretty well with the 382 golden ratio and the 886. All are very significant levels in this range, and this one most notably, the 886 and this white line here, line up very well with the measure move target that we would have from this Adam and Eve pattern, right? That's your measure move. That would be your target. It lines up pretty well with that as well. So probably some stopping points along the way. Consolidate, do your thing, whatever, pull back, and then we'll finish off like that. I would think some point in February we'll be up here. We'll probably consolidate. We'll probably start off February at the bank, consolidate back, and then going into late February and March, we will break out to new all-time highs. That's the expectation. Hit the like button, subscribe. Thank you all for being here. I'll see you on the next one, okay? Sorry for the baby crying, but at the same time, not sorry. Babies cry. It's just my life. And, if you're watching videos while I'm here in my house, you're going to get a taste of my life sometimes. Just little snippets. I like to keep things private for the most part. It's not that I'm a private person. I feel like I'm really not actually a private person as a principle here. I'm watering my plants. They drink the same water I drink. It's Colorado spring water, dude. It's really good. Seriously, if you're ever in Colorado, get some El Dorado spring water. Tell me if it's not the best freaking water you've ever had in your life. It's in a plastic bottle. Yeah, I know, but it's still probably the best water you've ever had in your life. I would probably be less private about my life if it wasn't for how crazy people are. People are crazy. That was the thought that I wanted to finish off on. Anyways, I'll see you on the next one. Hit the like button, subscribe. Thank you all for being here. I'll see you later. Take care. Bye-bye.